The Labubu horror story. Melin lived in Shanghai, China, with her dog, Bao. She was originally from a small village, but after her father's death, she moved to the city to earn money for her mother and younger sister. Melin was sweet-natured and worked at a toy shop. She loved toys, especially dolls. Since she worked there, she often bought her favorites at discounted prices, collecting unique dolls from different countries. One day, a limited edition LUBUBO doll collection arrived at the shop. They sold out instantly, but Meline had already set aside one for herself, a golden LUBUBO, unlike the rest. It was beautiful, with adorable blue eyes, soft golden fur, long ears, and a wide smile with big teeth. Meline hugged it tightly, took dozens of pictures, and introduced it to Bao, her dog. But while Bao usually wagged his tail happily at new dolls, this time he barked and growled fiercely at the LUBUBO. Meline thought maybe Bao was just scared, so she placed the doll on her shelf and went to bed. That night, Bao refused to sleep beside her. Instead, he kept staring at the doll before running out of the room. The next morning, before leaving for work, Meline noticed Bao barking furiously at the LUBUBO again. When she tried to leave, he bit onto her jeans, pulling her toward the shelf. Frustrated, she locked him in the bathroom and left. At work, she had the worst day ever. Normally gentle and polite, she ended up yelling at a customer for no reason. Her boss scolded her and fired her on the spot. Confused and upset, she returned home, let Bao out, and collapsed in tears. That night, Melin went to bed early, but she woke to a strange sound, laughter. Not just any laughter, something unnatural. She glanced toward the corner of her room and saw a dark figure staring at her. When she switched on the light, nothing was there, except the LUBUBO doll sitting on the floor. She put it back on the shelf and tried to sleep again. Then came the nightmare. She was in her room, face to face with a terrifying creature, long claws, sharper than knives, rotting red skin, and rows of jagged teeth. It crept closer, reaching for her neck. Melin screamed, but the creature only laughed louder and slashed at her with its claws. She woke up, gasping, and froze. The LUBUBO doll was sitting on her chest. Its smile seemed wider. Before she could move, Bao leapt in, grabbed the doll in his teeth, and tore it apart. Shaking and drenched in sweat, Melin threw the remains into the trash and held Bao close until she drifted off again. In the morning, her head throbbed and red rashes covered her hands. Bao was nowhere to be found. She searched every room until she opened the bathroom door. No Bao. But in the mirror behind her shoulder was that same nightmare creature, grinning. When she spun around, nothing was there except the LUBUBO doll, perfectly intact, smiling even wider than before. Panicking, she ran outside, calling for Bao, but he didn't answer. When she returned inside, the doll had moved. It was now by the kitchen sink. Its hands and teeth were stained red. Melin slowly looked under the sink, and her heart stopped. Bao's lifeless body lay there, torn apart, blood pooling beneath him. Terrified, she searched online and found news articles from around the world. Stories of haunted LUBUBO dolls attacking their owners, bringing misfortune, illness, and even death. Some countries had banned them. Priests had even performed exorcisms on the dolls. Melin realized what she had to do. She burned the LUBUBO, placed its ashes in a jar, and threw them into the nearby river. That night, she called her sister and told her everything, feeling relieved it was finally over. But the next morning, neighbors found Melin's dead body in her home, and next to her was the LUBUBO doll. It had been taken by a friend who worked at the toy store and passed on. Some say the LUBUBO doll is the vessel of the ancient demon Pazuzu. Even today, many believe the curse is still out there. Do you think the LUBUBO doll is truly cursed, or just an urban legend? Let us know in the comments.